In the last video, there was a cutesy edit about me hiking the tallest peak in Arizona.
My experience was not cutesy.
So to start,
Background.
Camelback Mountain. It's the most popular hike here in Phoenix, and I'd love to just run that mountain all the time. It's a good workout. It definitely beats going to the gym, much more fun, and you get an early start to your day. By that, I mean you have to hike that mountain way before the sun comes out, because otherwise you're cooked. With that said, in April, Arc'teryx announced their Run Free Challenge. Hike, run, or walk 40 miles in the month of May for a chance to win a pair of free trail runners. And I've been meaning to get into running already, so here's another reason to do so, and I get a chance to win free trail runners. There's no losing here. So now, May 1st, day one of the challenge comes along. I wake up early, go do Camelback, 2.5 miles out and back. It's not a lot. I want to get a good head start, a good start to the challenge. Let's go try some running at the Mountain Preserve, which isn't too far from Camelback. Dreamy draw for you locals. I get some additional miles there, and on day one of the challenge, now with 5.5 miles under my belt, I wrecked my knee. Somewhere along the run, I must have stepped funny, or maybe an accumulation of just impact on my knee. And that day and the next following few days, bending it would hurt, putting any weight on it would hurt. Doing this twist this way would hurt. So something was being stretched and it was a pain. It was super stiff and a nightmare. Once it got a little bit better though, I did get my miles in through slow walks. So there's that. Coming close to the end of May, I have a week left to finish and I have 10 miles to go. Now here's where the silliness comes in. So just the way the stars aligned for me to get back into running and the challenge coming along, I now have 10 miles to go, and it so happens that Mount Humphreys, the tallest peak in Arizona, is 5 out, 5 back. I have 10 miles to go. 5 plus 5 is 10. It's the month of May, which means it's triple digits here in Phoenix. So that means the snow on the mountain should have melted by now. Easy hike, easy 10 miles, right? Mount Humphreys kicked my ass, spit on me, punched me down. I did not have a good time. Okay, so what happened? Well, for starters, I was able to see the mountain way before I even got into town, so that really set the tone of how big this was. This is a proper mountain. This wasn't going to be my 1-hour hike up and down Camelback. This is a legit endeavor, and it's not something I've experienced before, which is why I was there. So, as I got closer to the town, it just kept getting bigger and bigger, and it just made me a little bit nervous, but also excited. I get to the trailhead, I start to hike, and now I begin to feel actually alone. This is a big mountain. I could get lost. It's very forested. I'm responsible for myself. I've done many endeavors alone around the valley, but this one just felt different. So now this is a big mountain, and I'm on my own, and it's clear in my head that I gotta be careful. I continue on, see some cute deer, and it's not until mile 3 where I come across a lot of ice. So I saw some patches before. All right, snow patches are becoming a little more frequent. It's not worrying me just yet, but you know, just a little concern. Hope it, oh man, I see a butt ton of snow over there. All right. Oh shoot. All right. Let's get through this. But at mile 3, there was a lot of ice and a lot of exposure to my side. And I had taken a fall before, a couple falls actually. All right, this is what I was worried about. Looks like enough people have been here to establish a nice trail, but even then, I'm scared of my foot just slipping, and it has a couple times. So just gotta find the right footing, gotta find where people have stepped, so that I don't go sliding down. Oh my goodness, I'm a desert boy, and I belong in the snow. Oh, this is what I was worried about. Damn. In this particular clip, you can see my water bottle still on the floor after I fell. Anyways, this was where I had a little bit of a reality check because I had taken a spill and slid down a little bit and got caught by a tree. If that tree wasn't there, I would have continued sliding and gotten caught on a further down tree, and I would have caught some speed, and that would not have been good. So it got real. I was actually a little bit scared, a little bit stressed too, because my knee started hurting also. So it was an accumulation of things. I had found this walking stick, well, a stick that could be served as a walking stick. It was perfectly shaped as a cane, and I thought, okay, my knee hurts, there's ice, but I have a walking stick. Slow and steady wins the race. I had to decide if I wanted to continue or turn back. I decided to continue just because of that walking stick. I thought that was really going to help, and it did. I got a lot of support off of it, got some weight off of my name. Oh man, we kept going. This is a godsend on perfect height. And used it almost as an ice pick. So that stick did help. However, it didn't help with my navigation. So because there was a lot of ice, I lost the trail so many times. Usually the trail is pretty prominent. And I say usually because I did a little research, looked up videos of people doing Humphreys, and the trail is, pretty prominent, kind of hard to get lost. With ice on top though, different story. The trail's hidden. I only have some muddy tracks that eventually got cleaned from the ice, and they would fade away. So I got lost a lot of times following what I thought was a trail. Let's continue. I think this is it. Right? Yeah. Oh shoot. Yeah, that looks like a trail. Let's continue. That's probably the sketchiest part. Not all that crazy. There is some exposure down there. But yeah, for a second, I didn't know if that was a trail or not. Luckily, it's nice and clear that we're on the path. I don't know what was wrong with me, but I swear that looked like a trail. I would follow it, it wasn't it. I would come back down and I would just look and look and look and just try something until it took me to a real trail. Anyways, now I reached the saddle. And at that point, the altitude gets to me a little bit. I actually have to focus on my breathing. If not, I get to this point where I kind of have to gasp for air just a little bit, just to Ugh. I'm walking on the ridgeline. My knee hurts. But again, slow and steady wins the race, and I was going very slow. I'm walking and I summit. That's cool. I enjoy the views, I eat snacks, drink water, all that good stuff. So now that I collect myself, I start making my way down. And again, I lost a trail. I have no clue what the heck was wrong with me, but I couldn't find a trail. There was too much ice. It was all covered. And again, I would start walking on what I would think was a trail and end up somewhere where I wasn't supposed to be. So I make my way back and just find something else until I found the trail. And oof. I had some ibuprofen in my backpack, and I took that. And when that took effect, I really felt some pain relief. And when I felt that, I started to run down the mountain because I couldn't be there anymore. I think it was just an accumulation of just getting lost here and there, taking a couple spills, the ice being super scary, my knee hurting so much, and just losing navigation. I think that's just what kind of stressed me out just a little bit. I just wanted to get off the mountain. Once I got to the field, close to the parking lot, I really ran. And it felt like I was just trying to get away from the mountain. Like I was tired of its abuse. I just wanted to go home. And once I got to the van, collected myself again, found some climbers that I asked them, yo, you guys got some ibuprofen? And they said, yeah, dude, we just bought a full bucket. Take some. And like, I just need 2. And like, you look like you need 3. Have 3, man. So why am I telling you this story? Why this background and why Mountain Fit?
So your knees don't f***ing explode! Do this workout to stop your knees from exploding! Calf raises, 3 sets, 15 to 20 reps! Oh! Elevated heel goblet squat! 4 sets, 12 to 15 reps! Oh! And the absolute essential, single leg, reverse lunge! 4 sets, 12 to 15 reps at a medium weight! Oh! Boom! You're bulletproof!
For a more in-depth explanation, get the full detailed workout at satisfied.com. Link in bio.
Now for a Mountain Fit check! Get it? Mountain Fit check!
This month's pickup are the Keen Jasper Suede sneakers in the silver mink colorway. Now I picked these up because I wanted a shoe that looked outdoorsy without being a chunky boot or like the Merrell Moab, although it's like super ugly and ugly in a good way. I really liked it. It's just a shoe I wasn't really going to utilize, but this is an everyday sneaker intended to walk your dog with it, just made for comfort, not really for performance. As much as it looks like a climbing shoe, it does look like an approach shoe, it is not. It's super flexible, so it'll perform poorly on the mountain. If you try to stand on some small edges, it will fold over on itself, and that's not something you want out of a climbing shoe. So Keen made this to be just your daily driver, put in a lot of miles, super durable with the suede outer. These laces are super hefty. These are not gonna rip on you. And the wide toe box just adds so much more comfort to your experience, really allows the toes to splay naturally, and it just feels so good on the feet. I wear these to work because I do work in a outdoor recreation type job. I don't want to get into specifics, but outdoor recreation job type thing. I did want to look the part, and I thought these combined a little bit of street style with outdoor style, and the Keen Jasper Suedes just deliver in all the right areas, from, like, again, style, comfort, and just performance. And by that I mean just being a comfortable daily driver. I decided to style these with your hat that lets everyone know that you go outside. Shout out Sedona. Next up is the Stoner Climbing Equipment t-shirt. We'll get to that later because that's next month's pickup. Down to the jorts. These jorts are very utilitarian, very loose, very comfortable. You can put your climbing brush in one of the low-key pockets. And then down to the bottom we have the Jasper Suedes. I ended up looking like Irene Lee. Shout out her. Finally, we're at the end. Thanks for sticking around. I'm going to be doing these monthly or maybe even bi-weekly pickup videos. This was the first one. Super long, super long-winded, but it's okay. We got there. Finally, I'll see you guys in the next one.